The 7-seed.
Just instant reaction to the draw you got and getting that first round bye.
You know, I think the real key was to get a first round bye. I'm delighted we were able to get that, so I feel good about that.
What was last night like, and how much doubt did you have about that bye?
I didn't have too much doubt. I think I would have been very disappointed had we not gotten one. I mean, at the end of the day, we did lose a game by a point. We deserve to get a little bit of a ding for that, but we also, the bye and the seeding is dependent upon your body of work. And we had a pretty good body of work, 11-1. You lose one game by 1 point. And for a while, you're actually the #1 team in the country. I think to get seeded in the top 8 is fair, and the committee, I'm sure, did a good job and was fair in evaluating that.
Coach, you said it in there, but talk to us in here just a little bit about how proud you are of this team and about putting yesterday behind you real quick.
Now, see, I'm really very proud of the team. Again, go back to things we talk about every week. Every week I say this is about a mission, giving it your best, putting a team on the field you're all going to be proud of. It means you got to give it your best. So each week we talk about all the different things we have to do, not to win, but to maximize your potential on the field. Therefore, thereby you're improving the probability that you're going to be successful. So when you give it everything you've got and you're doing a good job, chances are you're going to be successful most of the time. I think we did that. So at the end of the day, we didn't quite get the job done in terms of the win column once. We got it done the whole rest of the season. We finished the regular season with one of the greatest records, in the history, certainly the greatest record in the history of the school. The record we had is something that I'm sure almost any college in the country would be very, very proud to have. Being nationally seeded is something we're proud of. Third time in a row winning our conference championship. Third time in a row going to the playoffs. Third time in a row being nationally ranked. Second time in a row being nationally ranked in the top 10. I could be proud of that. So the regular season now is over. That includes the loss yesterday. That's over with. If we had won yesterday, guess what? We'd be saying the same thing. So win or lose yesterday, the guys gave it their best shot. I couldn't be prouder of the job that they did. Now we'll get a little bit of a break. We'll work a little hard this week. The guys get a nice Thanksgiving break. We'll come back on Sunday, get ready to go through the process.
Coach, this Morgan State-Richmond game, how do you view that, and how do you scout and look ahead to your first game?
Yeah, Mark, I don't know much about either one of them. As we talked about during the season, I don't pay a whole lot of attention. I know what the scores are, but I don't kind of know who does what, and because I'm focused on our team and our competitor, whoever we're playing against. So I know they're both good teams. I know both of them had good success. Bill Durkin, by the way, our offensive line coach, had spent many, many years at Richmond. So that's just interesting. But we'll try to take a look at both of them a little bit. But the reality is, we'll wait until we find out who we're going to play against, and we start preparing on Sunday.
Thoughts on North Dakota State waiting there possibly for the winner of your game?
My thoughts for North Dakota State are zero. North Dakota State is not on my mind. Right now, Richmond and Morgan State are not on my mind. It's kind of like I want to be able to get through today. I want to be able to make sure our guys are healthy and ready to go. Get a little bit of a break. Make sure we're focused on the fundamentals. Make sure we're tackling, looking the ball, and doing all the different things that we need to do. But I think more than anything now, the bye gives us a break. And right now, I think we're all looking forward to the break.
That had anything to do with yesterday?
It has something to do with going 12 games in a row. We did have a little bye during the season, which was helpful. But no, you think we started practice like July 30th or July 31st. So now you're looking at the end of November. That's all of August, all of September, all of October, all of November. That's 4 solid months. In football, that gets to be a pretty good grind. It's not only a physical strain. You really focus mentally, which we really emphasize, and that's an emotional strain. So it didn't have anything to do with yesterday. Win or lose yesterday, we'd still be looking forward to a break.
Again, the 1-point loss leaves a tough taste in their mouth as they head into the playoffs. Does that give them a little more resolve and focus?
I think you resolve any time you don't do well. I think all of us slip sometimes. So we slipped, We lost. We lost. It's a football game. We lost a football game. It's an important football game. We lost. So we got to put that behind us. We got to move forward. That's not the end of the world. We got to focus on going forward. So is there a resolve not to do that again? I think there's always a resolve for us to focus on what you got to do to get the job done. So there's that type of resolve. But I'd like to think the guys are going to be able to put it behind them, and so we can focus moving forward. Otherwise, we're going to have that hanging over our head, and nobody wants that to happen. I want it gone from their head. It'll always be a memory. No one will forget that game. No one in their lives will forget that game. But frankly, by the time they leave here today, I want that to be way, way, way back in the recesses of their mind. I want them to think about the families. I want them to think about the need to catch up on their studies. I want them to look forward to getting home. They'll look forward to coming back and look forward to doing a good job in the playoffs. That's what I want them thinking about.
All right, your thoughts?
It's great to have a first round bye. It's good for the team. Good to be able to get healthy. Take some time and really start looking and seeing what we need to do better this year. And just kind of waiting around and seeing who we're going to play next week. It's an exciting time for us.
What was last night like for you?
Last night was rough. Everyone was down, but today's a new day. Everyone's feeling better today. Everyone's excited. Everyone's energized, and everyone's ready to go.
You had noticed that North Dakota State's waiting if you win this next game. Any thoughts on a potential rematch in the Fargo Dome?
Well, I've always said it'd be cool to beat North Dakota State in the Fargo Dome. So, it always ends up working its way back, and if we win next week, we're going to have a chance to do that. So right now we're going to focus on next week, and if we win then we'll have a chance to give it a shot.
Excited about having a week off?
Yeah, real excited to have a week off, go home for a few days, have Thanksgiving with the family. Everyone will be able to just relax a little bit, have some downtime, and then we'll be back. We'll practice early this week, and then we'll be back next week Sunday for practice.
Is there any positive that can come from taking a loss late and maybe just sharpens everyone's focus a little bit more?
I wouldn't say that there's anything positive from it. Maybe there's more of a fire now since we got beat the last game of the regular season, and no one wants to feel that way again. Everyone's going into the playoffs, and we know what we need to do to be able to win. So I think everyone's going to come in focused, and everyone's going to come in ready to go.
Yep.
Well, just thoughts on the draw you got there, Quinn.
Oh, it's a blessing. I mean, from the things of yesterday that happened, we really didn't know what was going to happen. Seems like everything worked out, so everybody's ready to go, and I'm excited to be in the national playoffs again, and just ready to get back to work.
How important is that bye?
I think it's very important going into the national playoffs. We got a few guys banged up. It's kind of a recovery week. We can, work on a few things that we didn't do so good in the regular season, and kind of give us an advantage of getting everybody healthy and stuff like that. So it's a great thing to have right now.
Talk about how bittersweet it was that you had a pretty good game last night, and then you guys end up falling short by 1 point.
I mean, it was tough because senior day and last regular season home game, and at first I was a little upset, but as the night passed by, I talked to my family, talked to my teammates, like, hey, it's all right. We had a good year so far. We don't have anything to be mad about. We get another chance to chase the title, and we all looking forward to it and just ready to go.
Well, you haven't had time to study those teams yet. You might play next week. But just overall thoughts on the draw and getting the first round bye and the 7th seed.
Well, I think getting the first round bye was a good thing for us. Like Quinn said, we got some banged up guys who need some time for their bodies to rest. So as far as getting the bye, we're excited about it. You see, we played after Saturday, and we'll get back in the film room and get ready to go.
How's the attitude today? Has everyone kind of bounced back from last night?
Yeah, I think everybody got their bitterness out last night with just the emotion of losing, and I think the emotion today was a little bit more positive once everybody seen where we were and that we got the bye and that we were playing home again, and so I think it's getting better.
You think that loss, though, will put a little more fire in your belly?
It'll definitely put more fire in our belly. Every time you lose a game, you always want to come out to the next opponent and give it to them. So whoever our next opponent is, we're excited about, and we're going to give them a fight.
If you win, there's potential to play North Dakota State again. What was your reaction to seeing that set up?
That'll be fun, especially after the way we lost to them last year. if we want to win, we got to win against quality opponents. So it'll be a fun game if we get the chance to play them again.
Quinn kind of told us what he did to get over the bitterness of losing last night. What was your thing?
Well, you know, my grandmother keeps me sane, you know, and they came to the game, her, my grandfather, my uncle, my cousin. They just taught me to stay positive. And I just watched a bunch of movies last night just to get over it, just stayed in the house.